What's up guys, Pete here and welcome back to the show. Today we've got a guest blade on the table from my good friend Cameron, one of many blades you're going to be seeing from him over the next couple of videos. Today we've got the Benchmade Model 300-1. It's a Butch Ball collaboration. It's an excellent little design here. It is one of the very few, if not the only, Benchmade flipper. Very, very nice, very smooth action, but before I get into too many of the details, let's just go over the general specs. Overall length on this guy is 7.36 inches. The blade length is 3.18 inches. It is the standard 154 cm that you'll see on a lot of Benchmades. It's a drop point style blade with a very nice pronounced belly for good slicing. It is a partial flat grind, as you can see here. And it's a satin finish, which unfortunately is driving my camera absolutely insane with the lighting in this room, so I apologize for that in advance. But as you can see, you've got the Benchmade logo on the blade right here. You've got dual thumb studs, though it is a flipper, so you're not going to be using those too often. Now, as for the handle, you have sculpted G10 handles here, which are excellent, excellent handles. Very attractive contouring. The coloring is black and blue. I believe they also have kind of a desert tan color as well, but that's the Model 300. This is the 300-1. The handle length is about 4¼ inches long, and as you can see, it has the standard Benchmade axis lock, one of the strongest locks out there. Very, very excellent. Makes for a great opening, as well as a very secure lockup. This particular one has a deep carry pocket clip on it. I'm not sure if they all do, because this doesn't seem like the standard Benchmade clip, but this one does happen to have a deep carry pocket clip, which works very well. Very little sticking out of your pocket, which is a personal preference of mine. I know a lot of people prefer it as well. It is reversible for both right side and left side tip-up carry. You cannot, however, make it tip-down carry, though it is nice that it's ambidextrous with that. Now, overall, I do like this knife a lot. I haven't had a lot of experience with it, obviously, as this is a guest blade. But that being said, it's a very nice knife for the little bit of time I've had the chance to use it. Now, because I'm kind of cramped here, I can't really show you too well how nice of the action here, but I don't know if you can tell, but you can literally just kind of rock the blade back and forth there. It's almost zero resistance, which is fantastic. A little bit of research shows that pretty much all of these knives are just that smooth, which is very, very impressive. Unfortunately, my full-size Benchmade is not even that smooth, and I've polished the washers on this guy, and even then, still not quite as nice. But that means that the flipping action is pretty good. I will say the detent is a little light, unfortunately, which is one of the few cons on this, which means that I can't really rocket it out as much as I would like to without putting a bit of wrist action into it. But it's still a very effective flipper, and it certainly gets the job done. Now, that being said, you can still use the thumb stud like you would any other knife, and you can still deploy it with the actual axis lock as well, so it's nice that you have those options, which is kind of exclusive to the way that the axis lock works. Now, the overall price of this knife is generally in about the $150 range, so you're talking a little bit more expensive than your average, full-size griptilian. But what you're getting for that is a couple of, key features here. You're getting the sculpted G10 handles, which is a nicer material than standard, and that sculpting on it just really locks you in, which is another huge pro of this knife, is that it's very comfortable in the hand. I know that a lot of people will complain that it's a little bit chunkier than some of your other knives, and this is certainly true. It's got a little bit of heft to it, but personally, I like the way that it kind of fills out your hand. You get a very secure grip on it, so if you were using it for some heavier tasks, which you conceivably would, considering this is more of a heavy-use knife with some, it's got thick blade stock and it's a fairly good steel, you can feel a little more secure in yourself when you're doing those tasks, because it really does just fit better in your hand, in a variety of grips as well, which is also nice. But like I said, some people might find the heft of it, or just the fact that it's a little chunky, to be a bit of a con. You will notice it in your pocket, but after a few days of carrying it, it does kind of go away, and you just kind of get used to having it there. So, take that as you will. I know some people do prefer a chunkier knife, so for others, that might even be a pro. But overall, just a very, very good knife. Again, I haven't used it much myself, so I can't vouch for it too much, but I do know that Cameron, who owns this thing and carries it everywhere he goes for the past year or so, he likes it a lot, has had basically no ill experiences with it, besides it almost being too smooth and too easy to open, which is a grievance I wish a lot of us had for our knives. But overall, yeah, just a great little knife. I definitely recommend it. It is nice to see a flipper from Benchmade, and it was executed pretty much perfectly. Very nice action to it. 8.5 out of 10, absolutely. Definitely would recommend you guys take a look at it if you have the chance. Again, a little more expensive, but you are, paying for some really nice additional features here. So I'd highly recommend you guys check that out. As always, thanks again for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions regarding this knife or anything else we do on this channel. And as always, guys, keep your edges sharp and your mind sharper, and I'll see you in the next one.